G'day so-and-sos and welcome to my sewing room. If we haven't met before, my name's Cathy and today I'm going to give you a quick video on my cam presses. So I've had a few questions about these guys and most specifically how to use them. I've had a few people comment and say that they've actually gone and bought them but haven't sort of got their head around how to use them. And I get that. It is a bit daunting. They're a big heavy piece of machinery, equipment, and it can be a little bit intimidating, but I'm going to show you today just how easy they are to use and just how very useful they are. So I use mine for three things: punching holes, setting rivets, and installing snaps. And by snaps, I mean those little clippy things like you might see on a baby's onesies or, on the back of your clothing or whatever. So it's really, really useful. Now, keep in mind that you don't need two. I am just spoilt and I bought myself two, so I don't need to constantly be changing over these dies. But I will show you how to do that. I'll explain what the dies are and everything else. So let's get cracking. Okay, let's have a look at this thing. So when you buy it, what you're buying is this machine. And then you have to pick and choose what die sets you want to buy along with it. So I would recommend always buying it from an authorized seller or from Cam Press themselves. They are available on some cheaper Asian apps, but I doubt that they're genuine. And these days, the official ones are pretty cheap anyway. So, I mean, up to you, but I paid $27, I think, each for these when they were on sale from Green Beans in Australia. So, this is my hole punching die. So you can see that this one has that little bit there that's going to create a hole in my fabric. And then this bottom piece of the set has the corresponding size hole there for that. So you always want to make sure that you're using the correct bottom piece for your top piece. And it is just as simple as screwing that in, popping that bottom piece in, and placing my fabric under and giving it a bit of a press and making my hole in there. Let's pull that bit off, so then I've got my hole. Then I'm going to pop my rivet through. So rivet through one side, pop the little cappy bit on the back, like that. And then I would change over to my rivet press die. Now these come in different sizes. So I think this one is an 8mm and the rivet that I just put in would be an 8mm. So you can see how that has that size circle. If you try and put a rivet that is too big and use it with this particular die, then you're going to distort your rivet. It has to be the same size. Although I do sometimes use smaller ones with the bigger ones. But even then, you're sort of risking it shifting around. So same thing, I'm just going to pop that in. And this is why I have two cam presses, because I have one set up all the time with this die and I have the other one set up all the time with my hole punch one. So I don't have to swap them over while I'm filming. Now I've only used a very thin piece of fabric, so I'm making life a little bit harder for myself, but that's okay. So place it in and I'm making sure that that bottom rivet is seated properly in that bottom piece. Make sure the top one sort of catches it so it's all sort of sitting even, and press. And then my rivet is set in there. So now let's talk about the snaps. Now let's have a look at how to do the snaps. So to install a snap, you will need your two different die presses, your base, and that's what you would get in your kit when you buy them. And then that is what the outside of your snap piece will look like. So you will need two of those and then one each of the backing. So they just both look a little bit different because they sort of have to go together. So one's like an innie and one's an outie. So what you do is place my bottom one in with one of my spiky outside bits and just pop it in like that. Super easy. Grab one of my dies and find which one of my backing pieces fits on there. So, and I haven't used this for ages, so it's that one. And just pop that on there. And then just screw it into the cam press. Cool. And then grab some fabric, pop it under, place it gently just on top of that spiky bit, and press down. And then that's on there. Now I want to install the other piece. So I'll take out that top bit, grab my other die, my other piece, and it'll only be able to go in one way. So if it doesn't go in one way, try the other way. Pop it in, pop the spiky bit in the bottom, and then place it on the other side of where I want that snap to be. And then I can snap them together. And that is how easy they are to use. And then you just take them out and pack them away for next time. So this is what it looks like when you buy your set. So they will come in their own little box and have their own little spots for each one. So make sure when you pop them away that you are storing the correct top with the correct bottom, so that you don't get confused and you don't accidentally use the wrong bottom and then end up with a broken snap or a distorted rivet. Because once you put that sucker in, it's not going anywhere. So if you're doing a bag and you've worked your butt off for all day, a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and then as your final step, you're putting your rivets into your exterior piece to put your handles on, and you distort one of them, I haven't been able to figure out yet how to get it off without ripping or tearing or wrecking anything. So make sure you always have the right bottom stored with the right top. So I hope that that has given you a bit more confidence about maybe buying one or maybe starting to use the one that you already have, because they really are fantastic and really do elevate your bag making game. And also if you're making baby clothes or nappies or anything like that that you need the snaps for, just amazing. Such a really good tool. Okay guys, so next week I'll be back with another bag making video, and hopefully you've got a cam press and you can do the rivet part along with me. Okay guys, have a great day, and remember, it's only fabric. We can always buy more. Bye. Bugger.